Hi, this is Gemini Empress once again back with another pick a card reading. This reading is called How Do People See You? So pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. All right, really meditate. Meditate? Meditate. I'm sorry, guys. And let's go. Okay, let me move that out of the way. So, pile 1, this is how people view you. Okay, I'm going to make this really fast because my baby's waking up. Okay, we have Knight of Wands. We have Eight of Wands and we have Seven of Swords. Okay, doesn't have to be who you really are. Sorry, my hands are dry. Always dry. I think that's my new brand now. Anyway, off topic. This doesn't have to be how you really are, but this is just how people see you. And we also have nature. So they see you as someone who's either, this can go two ways, guys. Someone who's very horny all the time, very sexual, always having sex, kind of like a slut, no offense, or a man whore, or whatever. Slut can be for any gender. Just someone who's very either like sexual, sexy, in and out, someone who's not consistent, always in and out, or it could alternatively mean someone very passionate. You're very, very passionate. And I'm getting for the majority of you, it's a card of passion. They see you as someone who's very passionate about the things you want. They see you as very active, very fast. Even with communication, you're quick to respond to people. Like if someone hits you up, you know how to respond very quickly. If someone roasts you, you're very witty. You have a comeback. I see this as more of passion and someone who's very fast. I think I'm also getting very smart too, like very witty. Like you know what to say back. Someone who's amazing with communication, very fast. And on top of that, just someone who's very active, someone who plays a lot, goes out a lot. Maybe you enjoy sports of some sort. Just someone who's really energetic, have a lot of energy. You could be a fire sign or an air sign, a little bit of an air sign because I'm with the swords, but I'm getting more of a fire sign. But also an earth sign too, because we're having nature here, but I'll get into that in a moment. Seven of Swords. So people think that you're probably someone who like tries to hide a lot and you get away with it, or you try to get away with it, or maybe you're hiding a lot, or maybe you're deceptive. They're thinking, oh my God, such a liar, but I'm not always getting that. I think I'm getting more of the vibe of you're someone who kind of likes to do things. You're good at surprise parties. You're really good at like keeping things a secret. You like to hide a lot. It doesn't have to be very deep, like, oh, I hide a lot of my emotions, but you're really good at like keeping things, under wraps when you need to. But sometimes you may be caught, you might get caught by your close ones, but you're really good at keeping things under wrap and you're very passionate and you're very active, very fast. And you like things, you have like a fond of like nature. At least that's what they see you as. They think that you're someone who's very naturistic, very outdoorsish. You don't like to stay home and you like things to happen naturally. You don't like to force things, but then you're very fast as well. So that's just the vibe I'm getting. I could be wrong. This may not be you, but that's just how people see you. Or maybe, no one's exactly come forth and said, hey, I see you like this. But the majority of people who you probably don't even know are looking at you, this is how they view you. Someone very naturistic, outdoorsish, very active, very passionate. You're very good at keeping things under wraps. You don't really express much, like you try to hide a lot, but not in a very bad, cruel way. So that's just the vibe I'm getting, guys. So, yeah. That's it, pile number one. Pile number two. Let's see how people view you. We have Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, Justice, and we have reassurance. I feel like you're someone automatically who takes things slow. Everything you have, you're very consistent though. People like that about you. You're a very consistent person. When you do something, you don't stop. You're very like fair, but you take things at a very slow pace. So when it comes to love, you don't have sex on the first day. You probably take your time getting to know the person. Or when you're a very patient person, like when someone has a problem, you listen to all their problems and without interrupting. Like you really want to take your time. Quality is something that means more to you than quantity. Like you're really patient and slow, and not in a bad way, but you're very someone who has a lot of endurance. But they also see you as someone who's very loving, very caring. You offer people the support, the love. You could be also like an earth sign or a Gemini or a Libra. That's just what I'm getting from the cards here. But you're someone who's very loving, very caring, but you take your time, but you're very sweet. When it comes to love, especially, you take your time because you want the real deal. You don't want anything like not serious. You want something strong. And something strong and endurable takes time. So you're very sweet and very loving, and you're also very fair. Something tells me you could be like a Gemini or a Libra or an Earth sign or a Capricorn. Something I get like a vibe. It's not on the cards, but I get a vibe that you're very loyal to, and you're very fair. You know how to make things right, put things in the right order. You like things in your own order, very fair. And on top of that, reassurance. You're someone who offers people a lot of reassurance. You never make anyone feel insecure. You never make anyone feel like, oh my God, can I trust them? Like, I feel like people see you as trustworthy, very patient, very humble, very loving, very fair, very sweet, very just, even intelligent. So I'm saying, like, you offer people that reassurance. No one has to question you. You're very trustworthy. So that's just how people view you. That's very sweet. That's a pleasure to be viewed like that. Okay, thank you guys, pile number 2. Okay, pile number 3. How do people view you? Okay, we have people view you as someone, okay, I'm instantly getting someone who can cut anybody off. You could be a Scorpio or an Earth sign or a fire sign, or Taurus. I'm getting Taurus for some reason. But you're someone who can cut people off. Like whenever someone's kind of like being fake, you can sense it. Like you cut people off. You can be like snip snip bitch. You know, I sense that. And you're someone who like you don't mess around. Like anyone who you feel is being dodgy, like you just know. And you're not afraid to cut them off and move on. But this is also a card that's telling me you're someone who's prone to change. You could be also a Gemini, because I'm a Gemini myself, obviously, and we're prone to changing a lot too. But you're someone who like you have changed. You've gone through so much, and you've transformed. Or people who have known you before, they see that you've changed. But honestly, like everyone does to an extent. But this is more of like a drastic change, or you're prone to changes. Like you can change when you need to change. You always change for the better. So yeah, this is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that people view you as very stingy when it comes to finances. It could be an earth sign. Very stingy. All right, when it comes to earth, no, sorry, when it's stingy when it comes to financial matters, but when it comes to just as a personality, you don't really open up to just anybody. You've been through so much in life that you just cut a bitch off if they're very fake or they're not helping you, they're not serving you. You don't mind putting things to an end, and you don't mind changing. But I feel like because of this, which highlights this, you're someone who will not open up to just anybody. You keep to yourself. You could be a shy person. You could be a Taurus too, but you won't open up to just anybody. And if you're boring to some people, it's because you don't want to open up to them. It's not because you're boring, you know? But you're also someone who's very like, you have worked really hard in life. You may have some sort of money. And if you do, you're not gonna be willing to share it. You're gonna be stingy, but not for selfish reasons, but it's because you've worked your ass off, and you've worked really hard to just give it all away to people. So you're kind of like, I'm keeping this to myself, you know. So that's just how people may see you. It may not be true. They see you as also a leader, someone who gets things done, very ambitious, and you execute plans just like that. You are a boss bitch or a boss guy or whatever. You're the boss, basically. They see you as very like, you take leadership qualities, you take your stance, you know what you want, you know how to direct people, and you're very successful at it. So they see you as someone who could be financially successful. You're someone who's going to be successful or already is successful, and you have your things together, and you're a great leader. You might be a businessman. I'm getting a businessman, businesswoman type energy. If not now, maybe in the future, that you will work on your craft, and that's how people view you, as someone who's very financially successful and stingy. You don't just give to anybody. You know what you know where you've gone through. You know what you've done. You know what you've been through. You know, so that's why you're a good leader. I feel like you're very like domineering in a good way. So yeah, that's just what I'm getting. Pile number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please let me know what else you want to see. My videos are kind of brief. I will admit my videos are brief because I record from my phone. I don't really have much time. But please let me know what you want to see next. And feel free to subscribe to I Kind of Vent a Lot channel, because I feature on that channel in every single video, basically. It's almost like my channel, but I don't own it. you know, because I physically cannot, like, I didn't start the channel, but I just, you know, I'm just on the channel. So please subscribe to it. Anyways, let me guys know what you want to see next. If you want my videos to be longer or you want me to make zodiac readings, please let me know. Okay, bye.